So Jamie's like a gamer in a sense, like either she really like latches onto a game and is just super invested in like
obsessive. I'm like all in 100%. Like I will climb into like competitive like gaming status with games if I really like them.
Yeah. And it started back in the day when we had this like browser style game we played, and it was really fun and intuitive, and it was like card battling, but there was like a playing field. You guys would like march forward.
Oh yeah, it used to be called Kings and Legends, but I think it changed its name.
That one was so fun, and like we played it together, and I remember I played it, and then I jumped off for like 2 or 3 days, and I jumped back on, and Jaimi was just like an unstoppable like force. Like she had like all the cards, all the best guys, and like we PvP'd, and she just like rolled me over. It was like a slaughter, and I was like, "What happened to you?"
Wait a second. We were equal.
And then there would be like points where like I tried to show her like some of the games like I play, and I play like a lot of stuff. Like I was like, Jaimi, play Call of Duty with me. Play Call of Duty 2 with me. And like we'll play an online match. It's no problem. Like everyone else sucks on there anyway. And I'm like playing the game. I'm like halfway through a kill streak. We're playing like split screen, and I look down at her screen, and she's in like a hut on like the far side of the map. And I look at her screen, she's staring out the window. Just out into like the horizon. And it was like there was like Louis Armstrong like playing in her head, and she's like, I see fields of green. And I watched her like pull the pin out of a grenade and just throw it at the wall. And you can see like the grenade indicator like like grenades like right at her feet. And she just stood there and exploded. And that's when I knew, like, maybe first-person shooters aren't for you, sweetheart.
Dude, I hate first-person shooters. I kept trying to, like, get out of playing it, like, because at the time, Andy and his friend were super into Call of Duty, and, like, that's all they wanted to play, and they kept trying to include me, and I was like, no, it's okay, I'm fine just watching and playing with the kittens that you guys have, like, it's fine. Like, don't mind me. They're like, no, it's fun. You'll get the hang of it. And I was like, I really don't care about this game. And they kept making me play it. And I kept just being like, can I please stop playing? And they were like, no, we're almost done. We're getting the bus out of this map, and we'll beat this section. And then if you still want to quit, you can quit. And I was struggling so hard, and I was not having fun. And yeah, I just resorted to killing my character myself. It's just like, goodbye.
Especially like zombies and all that
stuff.
Yeah,
I was looking and I was like, dude, I can't shoot anything, I can't aim, I can't see where my own feet are, I don't know where anything is. They're like, oh yeah, just come over to this, like, this part of the map, this is where we're at. And I was like, bro, all these buildings look the same. Everything looks the same.
Well, like, have you seen, like, some of the people that get, like, super into that sort of, like, competitive gaming, like, how mad they'll get?
Oh,
they get,
yeah.
like, super silly. They, like, break shit and, like, freak
out. Either you, like, they don't get, like, the high score, or they, like, don't kill the zombie in one shot, and they just start freaking out, and then there's me who's like, alright, I'm just gonna blow myself up. I've had enough.
Like, we get camped, like, 3 times in a row by the same guy, and we're just like, oh, God! I can't handle this.
Yeah, like, either I'm all into a game to where I'm competitive level, or I am so uninvested and I do not care, and, like, I don't know, you'd probably have better luck playing with a 5-year-old, and there's no in-between. Like, that's how I am with all games.
And then we showed you Diablo, and then you were like, oh, yeah, I can get with this.
Well, what's funny is Andy was like, yeah, no, play Diablo. Like, it's co-op, you'll like it, I promise. I swear to God, it's not like Call of Duty. And I was like, I don't really trust your selection of games, but sure, I'll play it with you. And within, like, 30 minutes, I was like, actually, I really like this game.
It's fun.
And then Andy realized he created a monster.
Yeah. Jaimi had her one character, and I forced Jaimi to trail along, like, my low-level characters, and she probably boosted, like, 4 of my characters up to max.
Andy's like, I don't know what character class I want to play as. And I was like, would you just pick a character class so that we can proceed, like, to these really, like, hard levels that I can't technically do by myself, and you have to be at least level 70 to enter them. and Andy was like, no, I'm gonna make a new character, but it's okay, because you can boost them to, like, level 70 in, like, 2 days.
I had one of every character class, like, all the way up max level. And Jamie's character is the demon hunter, and she just mow down everything. Like, we get into a fight, like a serious fight, I'm like, alright, I'm finally actually get a chance to fight. And Jamie would just, like, mow them all down in, like, seconds. And I'd be, like, spinning around as a barbarian, doing the whirlwind for, like, half a second, and everyone would be dead. And I'm like, what?
What? And he's like, I know I didn't kill all of them. What the hell just happened?
You were like, what's the ascended level with the prestige level in Diablo? You're like level 121 or something like that.
Exactly. And that was before it was like an online actual gaming platform. That was just when it was available on like PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was an absolute obscene level. And then I stopped playing it for a while. And Andy, his friend that we also played Call of Duty with that one time, the same friend was like, Jaimi likes Diablo. Jaimi was really good at Diablo, right? And Andy was like, yeah, she likes Diablo. And he was like, great, I need you both to sign up for this online, like, PC version of, like, Diablo.
He's like, we want to run seasonal Diablo now.
He's like, this is the person I need on my team, Andy.
You had, like, 2 noobs spinning behind you, like, just, like,
yeah.
chasing you as you, like, mowed down for everybody. And it was just me and him, like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
And you're just destroying everything. We're just, like, lulling and following you. We're like, yeah.
We're like, yes, this is how we get the gear. And I'm like, alright, finally, they're actually gonna level up and, like, be useful.
It's like Jamie's insatiable bloodlust.
Exactly. And, like, I actually put off, like, buying the Switch for, like, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't need a Switch. I was like, there's not really any games I really care about. Like, yeah, there's Pokemon. I was like, but Pokemon's like, I don't know, it's fun, but, like, it's, you do this, you just hit A. Right. It's very, like, it's just kind of like one of those you do to relax games.
It is. It's very,
it's a very relaxed, like,
you take it at your own pace.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing, like, I guess Animal Crossing and,
right.
like, other things like that, where it's just a relaxed, happy gameplay for the most part. Like, it's really hard to, like, struggle with Pokemon.
Right.
And so I was like, I don't really care. And then, like, people were like, well, Diablo's on there. And I was like, okay, I like Diablo, but I already have, like, the Ascended level in Diablo, like, 700 on my, like, PC version of the game.
Yeah.
I was like, and on the the PlayStation game, I'm, like, almost level 200. Like, above, like, the extended levels.
And we always wanted to play with you, because we were trying to max these other, like,
yeah, you're like,
out.
We want to max all these other classes out. We want to have a well-balanced team. And I was like, oh, God. I was like, I don't really want to, I don't need, like, a third Diablo character, like, platform, like, really don't need it. And then they, like, at the time, they were like, oh yeah, Diablo 4 is coming out, and this was right before COVID was a thing. Like, right before. And I was like, so at the time, they were like, yeah, Diablo 4 is gonna come out, like, this next year. It's gonna be on the Switch. And all this other stuff, and I was like, alright. Alright. I've had enough Diablo 3. I don't need to max out any more Diablo 3 characters. I was like, but I can get a Switch. And in, like, 4 or 5 months, I can get Diablo 4.
Right. I think we were tempting you with all that seasonal gear that was, like, one-time gear.
Yeah, exactly. You guys were like, yeah, come on, like, get a Switch, like, play Diablo with us. Like, come on. Because they know if they can get me playing it, I'll get obsessed with it again. And I'll make a horribly, like, beast character that they can just use for their own personal gain.
You're a monster on Diablo. If we ever did PvP, like, I'd be scared because, like, your demon hunter is just a monster.
Like, and he's like, nope. Don't want to play against Jaimi in Diablo.
You're like the buff dude in the bar that nobody wants to mess with when it comes to Diablo. You're just a menace.
Yeah, I got the Switch, and we got Andy a Switch too. And I was like, okay, well, it's gonna be like 4 or 5 months before Diablo 4 comes out, which is what they were saying at the time. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen. But I was like, I guess I'll go ahead and get Diablo 3 in the meantime, like, warm up, get used to the system again, because it's been a while since I played. And so we got Diablo, and of course, I got super into it again. And of course, I have a really maxed out character again.
And the way, like, she plays her class, she just makes her class into a literal death machine gun.
Yeah, I play a very, like, I love playing DPS characters, and I always build my Diablo Demon Hunter up to where she not only does a ridiculous amount of damage per second, and she, like, hits multiple targets in one go, but I also have it to where, like, she heals every time she does damage, so that, like, I can just stand there, and it doesn't matter if, like...
You get mobbed.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just still, like, plowing through people.
Yeah, they can't kill me because I'm regenerating health so fast.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've got a really strong Switch character, and I'm still waiting for Diablo 4 to come out. Which, God knows when that's gonna ever happen.